this first question we have to you is coming from the social work. You know, it's a very hard job. It's not easy in this times. People getting poor, some very special things, and we know that we have to work together with other people. This transdisciplinary working together. You've been one person in this last century who worked with other professions and with other people. Can you give us some tips or information how it was at your time to work with physics, with a psychotherapist in this way? What should we take care about?
Respect.
Respect.
If you respect, you will be respected. And you will be listened because you will listen. I know that there are many encounters which initially are distant, but in the moment that you respect the distance, you do not try to force any situation. We human beings respect when we are respected, so we open, all of us open, in the sense that we are willing to listen, in the implicit trust that we shall be listened to. This is much of the difficulties of conversation between people of different professions or activities lies in the prejudices that one has or the other has or they have reciprocally, which create a distance, create a discrimination. But we are all intelligent. We all human beings are equally intelligent. We have different tastes, different preferences, different histories, but it is never a problem of intelligence. It is a problem of emotion. I don't want it. I fear it. I don't respect. Or he is only that. He is only that, or I am only that.
We always have to do with persons who don't give us this respect in a way, you know, politicians, economic situations, economic people, the people who have the money. It seems they are stronger than we were working with the poor, have not this economical power. And what would you say to if we work with these people? They don't respect us, or some classes of people who are not respected. Is it possible to wish respect or to get respect from another?
Don't wish respect. Don't try. Suppose that there is this person that has a particular position, hierarchical in some way. You do not know if this person will be willing to talk with you or not. If he or she is not willing to, well, accept that. Say, okay. But not in anger, because you create an unnecessary distance. And if it is willing, will appear. Because we people in certain positions, which are supposed to be important, dominant positions, are fearful of losing it. He or she who claims to have power needs to be obeyed. Because if they are not obeyed, if there is no submission to them, they lose power. So it is the power. They don't have power. One gives power to the other. So your life does not depend on this conversation with this person, but you say, okay, no, but please don't be angry.
Thank you.
I would like to...
By the way, it doesn't mean that I don't get angry sometimes.
I would, I don't know, like to grasp a piece of your mind about the attitude of professional helpers and how it can be described according to your point of view, knowing that usually helpers only intend to change others, and never want to change themselves.
Strictly, one does not help the other person. You may contribute if you have open vision to create conditions which will be favorable for the other person that you, quotes, want to help. Because what I think that the other needs is not necessarily what the other needs. It's what I think the other needs, which is something that has to do with me. So in order to know, or in order to do something that is beneficial for the other, somehow I have to let the other appear. And the other will not appear if it is fearful or he or she does not feel respected. So the profession of helping others indeed is a profession of being available for the others to do certain things that they cannot do by themselves, and about which we can contribute for them to be done. If I think that I know what the other person needs, I will not listen. Because I have the answer already. I know what this person needs. I don't listen. And if I don't listen, the other person does not feel respected. And at most will be hypocritical. Will let you be, until you are tranquil, and then will go on doing whatever she or he does in pain or in anger, or whatever the way of reacting that this person has. And the most difficult thing is to accept that we do not know what the other needs. And yet we are there to be a possibility for the other for whatever he or she needs.
Then how would you reflect the measurement? How would you reflect the material well-being of one?
Of some other person?
Yes.
Strictly, I do not know. But I suppose I would visit them at home. My mother was a social worker, and I accompany her in her visits as a child. And I could not but feel that I could be the child that was there with this woman that was ill, for example. But how does one feel that if I am there to make a visit, to make a report? For example, my mother had to make a visit to the family, to which were the conditions in which they were living, to make a report, and according to that report, this person will have the possibility or will not have the possibility to get medical attention of some kind. How can one assess the magnitude of the suffering of the other or the needs of the other if one has not been in that suffering or in those needs? So we had to let it be. And one thing that you never must have is not having time. As soon as you think that you do not have time, in fact, you are showing that you do not want to. Because if you are not there, you will not see. If they offer you a cup of tea, you take the cup of tea. If they offer you a seat, you sit. And if you smoke and you ask permission for smoking and offer the cigarette, you establish a normal interpersonal relation with somebody that you do not know, but you are becoming an acquaintance. And this opens. Then you will begin to hear. And you will begin to hear honestly what the person needs and what he or she would like to obtain. There will be trust, and you will respond in trust and say what you can do and what you cannot do. And this is it.
Then how does my point of view as a social worker, as a helper, differ from the client's point, the sick woman's point of view?
Well, first of all, you are a social worker, and the other person is the person that is in need. So this is a huge difference. But as human beings, there is no fundamental difference. Only the history of prejudices that one has. He or she has prejudices against the people of the government or the hospital or whatever it is, and you, not you, but this person has prejudices about the conditions of life of the other. And those prejudices will disappear only if you let them disappear. By respecting, by accepting the legitimacy of the other. Any one of us could have been that other person.
But this respect is necessary to get this.
Exactly. And then you will see. And you will see if what you can do. First of all, you don't pretend to be able to do more than what you can do. But it will appear that something of what you can do will be of value for the other person.
But then why am I not a woman in need, but a student? Why, if the possible is always existent, why?
Pure luck.